The race. Just win, just win the race.
Just win the race. I don't care what it takes.
Just find a way to make me happy.
That dirty rat. He's cheating. Look, I'm never in time for the fun stuff. That's not the problem.
I've only just begun to cheat, and so I'll do some more.
You're gonna make us faster? Of course, you idiots. Get out and win the race. Just win the race.
Riker showed me that like a handful of years ago, and that was one of the fucking most amazing things I've ever listened to.
Yeah, no, IT Trader is fucking awesome. I really like the skydiving one too.
I haven't heard that one.
Get to bring a parachute.
Skydiving out of a window.
I am a touch worried about WTC 600 on having to do the that one Tokyo race, except legitimately this time. I don't have a Tomahawk X to fall back on.
Well, I forgot. Stupid question right here. Does he have tens of Group 4 in his garage?
Yeah. Thrasher, I have one example of every single car in the game in DBS.
There's no garage.
It's most likely 1,000, because that's what it's been since GT5, if you ignore GT6's stockyard weirdo-ness. Oh wait, no. GT Sport, actually. Because it was 2,000 in fucking GT5. Oh, I need to be a lot more gentle on the gas pedal, actually. We're sitting at Yeah.
It's like whenever I'm making a livery for a car driven by like a character not like created by you or me, I have like two extremes. I get so wrapped up in making the car match the character, I forget to make it look like an actual race car. Or I get so focused on making it look like a race car that I forget to actually make it identifiable as being driven by that character.
I mean, my own fallback is usually like, what's their general vibe or motif, or failing that, what's their default outfit look like?
I mean...
Yuzuriha was definitely a what's their vibe, and then Chie and Kanji was definitely a what are they wearing?
A little more difficult, my character, because they wear a lot of clothes. A lot of different outfits.
So they don't have a default outfit?
Not really. They do, but I already gave somebody else a car that looked exactly like it, and we literally changed it because of how ugly it was. Or I did. I changed it because of how ugly we thought it was.
Yeah.
And effectively, I don't know why I'm acting all oh, don't spoil the mystery. It's the reason I'm being asked to push in with DPT last night is because I'm making basically what-if cars for the rest of Aqua. And, you know, idols, they wear a lot of different outfits. There isn't just one you can point to.
Right, of course.
Hanamaru is the one that's driving the yellow Renault, and that's why it has to be yellow, because that's her image model. Fuck, it has to be yellow, son of a bitch.
You wanna know the bitch of it, Riker? As much as how I remark about Hanayo's like a blank slate, I literally do not remember a single thing about Hanamaru.
They're just about the same person. So
Okay.
that doesn't... Oh.
Okay, but Hanayo's forgettability is actually in of itself memorable, paradoxically. It's like the Twist Metal Small Barrel thing, where I used to say that it's the one I'd routinely forget exists until it got to a point where the fact that I would routinely forget it exists is what made it memorable.
Yeah, that's also... I mean, that's not far off of why it's kind of hard to make a car for her as well. The only real things to go by are she eats a lot and she's old-fashioned as fuck.
Ha.
So she's sponsored by that fake deli that's in the like fictional logos, Ken-chan Deli, and she is meant to lean towards cars that are older, which is why her first car was a Renault R5. But it still has to be a car that was rallied at some point. So.
Slash, is it me, or did Abraham Washington suddenly look a lot older than the last time you talked to him?
I don't know.
Because I'm 90% sure he didn't look that fucking wrinkled the first time you talked to him. Damn, aging hits you like a fucking truck in the Fallout universe.
Yeah, I guess so. Might have also just been the lighting in the other room, though.
That's probably it. Fuck him up, Mikey. Fuck him up. And it's this cloudy at Brands Hatch and not a single fucking rain cloud on the weather radar. This goes against my concept of the UK completely.
Because it can't rain at Brands Hatch. And that one I know for sure.
That's crazy to me, because then why the fuck would they bother putting in the weather radar? It's like a thing you can select too.
Well, because that would take effort to program that, and if they're gonna take effort to program not being able to look at the weather radar on tracks that are no weather on, they might as well just put weather there. They don't have time to make quality of life changes. They're too busy finding new escapes locations and discoursing with random car manufacturers and apparently watch production companies to make concept cars that look like they belong in Wipeout 2042.
Well, I was a lot more welcoming of the Skoda VGT than I was fucking Bulgari or whatever the fuck it's called. Oh hi, this luxury watchmaker decided to make their own car, and oh by the way, you can't buy it just yet, but you can have a version of it if you buy this fucking $5,000 watch. Like, fuck off with that shit. That is one of the dumbest fucking brand deals I've ever heard.
I explicitly said, start of the thing. It's like, okay, can't make another yellow Renault R5, because there's already one of those. And then what do? I just make one that's a more saturated yellow. And I have more white on it. Luckily I don't know that it will matter, because Ashhart's R5 only races in the dirt class, and this one's not going to do that.
Well, and also, it's based off of an IRL rally car also.
Yeah, well, this is just based off of me just taking a white square and stretching it out across the back half of the car. Because you don't remember her, I remember her, and I still couldn't think of anything to do with the damn car. It's not that there's nothing to Hanamaru as a character, it's that none of it translates into making a race car.
Yeah.
Especially since she's so behind the times that she probably thinks that fucking the Jaguar E-Type is a new car. She's gonna look at an F-Type and just be like, what the heck is this? Yeah, for some reason, in my absolute sanity, I gave Hanamaru 3 cars.
Man, there's characters we care a lot more about that have less cars than that.
I just had an idea and ran with it, and it was like, okay, the thing was like, alright, so I got the R5, then realized that wasn't competitive in the dirt class, so, and, you know, that's kind of like an unwritten rule with Aqua at the moment. They have to have a car that works on rally, and it has to be a vehicle that has done off-road racing IRL. And so, yeah, sure, a Skyline works in a rally race. You can put dirt tires on it, but they didn't do that in real life. They're too busy embarrassing in Australia.
And if they did, it definitely wasn't factory sponsored. It would have had to have been a privateer.
So I was like, okay, well, we're not doing the R5 for that then, just put that 600 class. Because it can't even get any higher than that. And then I saw that there was an E30 M3 in the dealer. I'm like, oh, cool, I somehow only have one of those in the whole series, so it'd be nice to have another one of those.
The rub with that is, you can't use that for dirt.
Right.
Which baffles me, because BMW, E30 BMWs were absolutely there in the fucking, like, rally days.
And, yeah, so that also means that then the other problem I ran into is like, oh, well, I overtuned this, I put it in 675, and it handles good there, but, the other sort of unwritten rules, they all need to have a 640 class car, so that they can all end up in one race together, theoretically. 675 is not 640, so I got another car, which doesn't even follow her primary rule, which is supposed to be older cars. I got an E46. That can't rally either. So...
Yeah, you can't rally any BMWs if I remember correctly.
So now
Which
I'm
is
gonna
baffling.
need to think of...
That's baffling to me because you can't rally BMWs, and yet you can take the XJ220 and rally that.
Yeah, so now I gotta find another rally car, one that's more competitive than the R5, but isn't a BMW, but is also older than the character herself, which is kind of like the bare minimum I'm going with, because assuming she was 15 when the show came around, that would mean that she was born in 2004. So the E46 that's in this game really slides beneath that. So I guess the other way to look at it, just, you know, car must be 20 years or older, 20 years old or older. The sort of third unwritten rule being like, oh, it has to be European. That leaves me with absolutely no options.
Man, if only they put the Lancia Monte Carlo or Lancia 037 in the game.